Okay, so Goat has been defeated with half a heart remaining. I'll admit I was a little nervous. Thought I was going to fail miserably, but I succeeded in the end, and that's all that matters. So, 2 masks down, 2 to go. Unfortunately, our progress is going to slow down a little bit because now I'm going to be doing a lot of side stuff. A lot. Because I have, like, what? 5 or 6 regular masks? I honestly don't know, but I think we're going to pick up a few more. We're going to get a couple more bottles. Get a Pona. I guess I can't keep track of everything I did here, but we're going to be doing some stuff. We'll just leave it at that. And a Majora's Mask has a lot of side stuff to do. Suppose I should also upgrade the sword. That's something I'm going to probably do. I highly recommend you fully upgrade your sword. Unless you'd prefer to challenge yourself, in which case, that's fine. Don't upgrade your sword. But if you're not looking to just challenge yourself, then get the sword. Now, in order to upgrade the sword, you need a couple of things, prerequisites, if you will. You need to be spring in the mountains. You need 100 rupees. You need to start the upgrading process on the first day or first night. It doesn't matter when, as long as it's first. What else? You also need to have powder keg qualification certification, and you do happen to get that, or part of the sword quest is being certified. Like, in order to certify yourself, you have to go to a certain Goron, talk to him, he'll test you. You'll blow up a rock with a powder keg to become certified. That will give you access to the Goron racetrack. You can race. If you win the race, you get a bottle of gold dust, and then you can use that gold dust to do the second upgrade to the sword. But I'm getting much too ahead of myself. I'm back in Clocktown, and we're going to get a piece of heart right now. What I did is I went to the swordsman school, and I took the expert course, which I think was 10 rubies. And in order to get the piece of heart from the expert course, you need to jump attack every single log that pops out to get 30 points. And try to hurry up, because logs don't stay up for very long. But at the same time, make sure you wait a second after Z targeting, because sometimes Link won't be facing towards the log immediately as you Z target, which will end up making you miss your jump attack. So that's something to keep in mind. But yes, there's a heart piece. What else? I suppose I also have to get the double magic meter. But I guess I technically could get another piece of heart right now. I mentioned previously that the Kamaro's mask is used to teach these girls how to dance properly. And that's literally all it's used for. Unless you feel like dancing in random spots, I guess. In which case, you know, have a freaking blast. It's certainly an interesting dance. And we got another heart. Okay. suppose I can drop off my 97 rupees. So, I don't know if I've talked about all the prizes the bank has before, but 200 you get an upgraded wallet. I think at 1,000 you get 5 rupees, which is what he calls interest. I call a waste of time because I just deposit it right away. And I believe when you get 5,000 rupees, you get a piece of heart. And getting 5,000 rupees stored is more tedious than it is difficult, obviously, because there's plenty of sources of money, especially since you can reset time, but, you know, it's really just tedious. Unless you're really vigilant in dropping off your money at every single angle. Anyway, here's the big Goron I mentioned before. He's just fine. But apparently he has no memory of what happened previously. And I guess he doesn't know that he died? That, whatever. So, yes, we're gonna go to the Fairies Fountain, which is actually under the spiraling platform thingy, right here. And this is probably the most useful of the 4 power-ups. The Great Bay power-up is a close second, I'd say. So I definitely recommend you get all 15 stray fairies in Snowhead. This will also be very useful in the upcoming Goron race. Oh, creepy eyes. Okay, so now we're done with that. We no longer need anything from Snowhead. Back to Clocktown, I guess. I guess we're going to Milk Road, probably to get the bunny hood, if I were to take a guess. Oh yeah, here's another owl statue. Feel free to activate that. Okay, I guess we're not going to get the bunny hood. I apologize. I am so confused right now. Not confused, unorganized. I remember I was kind of a little crazy with this. I was just jumping all over the place trying to get random things done, but I don't recall being this crazy. Guess we're going this way now. And I guess I already entered the code. I guess this is still technically the first 3-day cycle, so yeah. I don't know if I've showed you guys this area before, but this area contains a bombable wall, which gives you 100 rupees. And if you reset time, the chest will have the 100 rupees in it again. So this is one of the many infinite sources of money. So you can grab this, go to the bank, deposit it, reset time, and your money will still be in the bank, and that chest will be refilled. So that's useful. But recently, if you need to get some quick cash, I think probably the quickest way to build up some cash is to fight Dodongos. But first of all, you probably need a few hearts just in case something goes wrong. They're pretty powerful. And two, I would recommend you have the Gilded Sword, because they take a lot of hits. But anyway, yes, every time you kill a Dodongo, you drop, or they drop 50 rupees, which is quite nice. And I believe you can make them respawn. Anyway, this is a mini game for a piece of heart. Depending on who you're transformed as, human, Deku, Goron, or Zora, once we get that, the price of the game will differ, and the prize will differ. I believe Zora Link is the cheapest. I want to say Deku is the second cheapest. Human Link is the third cheapest, and Goron Link is the most expensive, which is baloney. There's no way you can get away with that in the real world, obviously. But the best prize lies with Goron Link. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to pay the most expensive price. And to be honest, I'm really terrible at this game. And yeah, as you notice, you can pay, or you can pay the Goron amount, then immediately transform into human or whoever else you want to, but the prize will still be as what it would have been if you were a Goron. So I bought it as a Goron. No matter who I open the chest as, it's going to be the Goron prize. So, piece of heart. And I think this one goes terrible. Whenever I play this game, I always assume that I have to start on the side that's furthest away from the chest, but it never is, apparently. I think I get really close, actually, but I just don't have enough time. We'll see. Again, the bunny hood would be very beneficial here. Oh. I got screwed out on that one. But I believe I get it this time. It's all the money I have anyway, so I wouldn't be able to do it again. Freaking dirtbag. Perfect. And there's another piece of heart. So we're done here. Unless you really enjoy this game and you want to play it some more, go ahead. But I'm done. So I guess this is just a way to grab a couple extra rupees if you need it. I believe I'm trying to get enough money to do another mini game, but unfortunately I do not. I don't think I'm able to get enough. And no, apparently you can't get rupees from hitting those bullseyes or targets. This game allows you to get a larger quiver and a piece of heart. And I missed the price by 2 rupees. Sucks. So while in town, this is always a source of rupees. Um, just smack each piece of grass, and it's guaranteed to drop 1 rupee. Leave, come back, and the grass will have respawned. It's not a lot of money, but it's there. It's always there. And also, once you get the Gilded Sword, and if you use the spin attack on that piece of grass while you're standing in the center, you'll destroy all the pieces of grass at once, and you'll get 20 rupees along with a couple other green rupees as a bonus. Anyway, this minigame, as you can see, is an archery minigame. Your objective is to try and hit as many of the reddish-colored Octoroks as you can. You want to avoid the blue ones because they take away from your time. It feels nice to actually be able to aim a little bit better than I could on an emulator. Still not that good, as you can see. I think the high score here was 39. Whoops. So yeah, I believe you have to beat the high score in order to get the quiver. And then I think to get the piece of heart, you have to beat your own high score. I'm not sure on that one. So there's a large quiver. There's another shooting gallery on the pathway to the swamp. That one I think is a little bit more difficult, but that also nets you a larger quiver and a piece of heart, so it's up to you if you want to give that a shot or not.